Lauren Shankland's deal to Rangers could be on the verge of getting hijacked by Celtic. Welcome back, guys, to the channel here. We're going to be discussing it because, of course, I've bigged up pretty much all summer long, that Lauren Shankland could be on the way to Rangers, or more in the case that I've practically begged Rangers Football Club to sign the big man. So how much an idiot would I begin to look like here today if this happened? Now, this is simply just rumours. The discussions are, well, Celtic don't really want to pay $7.5 million for Adam Idah, which, in my opinion, it is fair enough. If they don't want to pay it, you could go get Lauren Shankland, for me, who's better than Adam Idah, but doesn't offer sell-on value, which I guess that's what a lot of people care about. But here, I mean, Celtic fans, what's better, Adam Idah at 7.5 or Shankland about 3 to 4? I think that's what we're left with here. And this has been a soul-crushing start to the season for Rangers Football Club, right? I know the season's not even started, but in terms of transfers, if Rangers lost it to the signing of Lauren Shankland and Celtic signed them, I don't think you could really imagine a worse start to this season than what's already happened. But we're going to put it up for a poll here. What is the better deal between Shankland and Adam Idah? The like button's getting spammed there. Love emoji. Oh yeah. Oh, that good stuff. Right, 7.5 million a day. So boom, that poll is up and running. Let's see here. People get your comments in. I'll read them out as we're going to go through a bit of transfer news. Don't really know how long this stream's going to be, but we're here. This was impromptu. I wasn't actually going to do it, but we're here. We are here. What is the better deal? Get your polls fired in there. Right, so Paulo Bernardo looks set to sign for Celtic Football Club. Brendan Rodgers says it's going to happen within hours. So if that happens on this stream, we'll talk about it. Of course, got 10 people tuning in here on the 31st of July. It's the last day of July. August is around the corner. Big signings are around the corner. That's a real laugh what I've seen there. 4 votes a day all along, says Jeffrey. But Lauren Shankland is winning the poll. It's the poll all that matters. 75% to 25% is what Lauren Shankland is winning here. Idah, if Celtic signed him for 7.5 million, you would make that back if you sold him, as long as he had a decent run. If he didn't shit the bed, then you would make the money back. As for Shankland, if you spent 3 million on him, Shankland's the sort of guy that would just see his career out at probably one of the old firm teams if he goes to them. Maybe, leaves when he's like 34, 35 and goes back to Dundee United or Hearts for a season and calls it quits. I don't know. McLaughlin, Idah for second striker, Shankland is third. Sounds like a good plan. Rangers supporters are voting for Shankland. Are they? Well, there's only fucking 5 people voting, Jeffrey, so there's not that many people. But yeah, I'll tell you what, Kyogo, Idah, Shankland is your 3 striking options. That would be no bad. But see, to make a dent into Europe, that's what you need. That's the sort. If you look at Celtic 20 years ago, Larsson, Sutton, and Hartson, Jesus Christ. Wait, did I already say Hartson? My head just went completely blank there. Max of 6 million for Idah is good, but no that good as Miovski. Not a chance. Shankland will play for Celtic. His family are Sirconians. Yeah, but he wouldn't be the first one. We've seen a lot of players like Lewis Morgan as a Rangers man, but he went to play for Celtic. Kenny Miller's done things before, other players. It can be done. It's not, like, would I blame Shankland for going to Celtic? Yes, because I don't think if you support one side of the old firm, you should never play for the other side. I do believe that. But if Shankland went, it's like you're going to win trophies, and he's not won. I believe he's not won anything in his career. So Celtic won't pay for Shankland, not a chance. Money talks, exactly. Agreed, Andy. As a Hibs fan, Miovski is a better signing. To be honest, I think Shankland is better than them both. Yeah. Like, I think Shankland is just a better goal scorer than Miovski in Idah, and I just think overall, I think Miovski might have a bit more flair to him, but I think Kyogo's the one that brings the flair in the Celtic team, so you don't really need 2 of the same thing. I think Shankland would be a perfect option to utilise for Celtic in Europe, for example. Like late on, when Kyogo's tired for running his pan in for 75 minutes, and then Shankland obviously would be a good option to have in the league, because he's done it in the league. I know people are like, oh, well, Shankland's not proved himself in Europe, right? See if Shankland started. Don't want to go back to the Euros, all right, everybody. But if Shankland started in the Euros, I think we'd have made it into the last 16. That's what I'm going to say. Shankland has peaked and he goes to Rangers. It shows no ambition, just another fanboy. He's got no. Well, I mean, I think if you leave Hearts and go to Rangers, you've got a bit of ambition. You know, come on here. Rangers back 5.5. No, Aberdeen knocked back 5.5 million from Miovski. Was it not 3 million a day for Espanyol, or was there another bid? They came in. Kyogo's underrated. A lot of Celtic fans are unsure about him. He's a goal scorer. Give him a chance, and 9 times out of 10 he hits the target or scores. Yes, Kyogo, very underrated. Got 32 people watching. No way Aberdeen knocked back 5.5 million. It was 3 million. That's what I seen this morning, but 3 million from Espanyol. Looks like the rumour. Now, according to HITC, Celtic are stepping up the pursuit of 28-year-old Heart and Midlothian striker Shankland as an agreement with Norwich City over a return to Glasgow for Idah continues to prove troublesome, elusive, whatever you want to call it. It's not happening. Idah will be disciplined. He's done all he could. He's pretty much not turned up for training, all that sort of talk. He didn't turn up for the club's flight for the pre-season camp in Austria. He was dropped for the friendly against Hoffenheim after arriving later in the day. He's done all he could. Is it going to happen? Kyogo is not underrated by Celtic fans. I think a lot of Celtic fans do underrate Kyogo, but yeah, it's not everyone. Kyogo's got 6 goals in 5 pre-season games. 35 plus goals this season. If the shoulder holds up, exactly 100%. Shankland would be a fantastic impact sub for Celtic, as you said, in Europe. Yeah, would be. I mean, as much as it would pay me to say it, like, it would be, but you look at Shankland comparing to an O. You know, if Shankland's coming on the Champions League, you get much more faith in him getting the one chance that you need to score to get a draw or to get back into it, whatever. You've got more faith in Lawrence Shankland doing that than obviously O's away, but don't need to explain the qualities there. Shankland won't move to be a bench player. Yeah, but he doesn't necessarily need to be a bench player. I think Kyogo suits Champions League football more than Shankland, but you know, we've seen last season that Idah was starting some games over Kyogo, so there's no reason to think that Shankland couldn't be starting some games over Kyogo. A wee injury, 2-week one would do. But I know a lot of people talking about Shankland's ambition, but that's another thing. Does he want to go to Celtic and be second fiddle, or does he want to go to Rangers and be the top man? Because he would be the top man. No two ways about it. Would Lawrence Shankland be starting every week for Rangers? Cyril Dessers would be an afterthought. You need speed for Champions League. Shankland lacks that. Yeah, but late on in games could be crucial. Not his speed because he doesn't have it. Kyogo opened the scoring. But see, Adam Idah doesn't really have speed either. Kyogo opened the scoring in 2 of our home last Champions League games last season. He did. Being a Hibs fan, I'm praying Shankland leaves Hearts. He carried them last season. Shankland is very decent and always has been. Green Eagle football. Shankland has peaked. Bring in Idah for the future. But he's only 28. That's Hugo. He didn't fit into Brendan Rodgers' system, is what he didn't. But here, pre-season would suggest that he's beginning to fit in a wee bit more. Number 2, Shankland. Newco can have him. He's shit okay for SPL. He's no shit, man. Come on, reel that. Shankland at his peak. Is that his peak, not peak? Yeah, I think that's, 28 is your prime especially for a striker. Especially for a striker. So what's the poll say? So we've got 48% saying that 3 million for Shankland is the better deal, while 7.5 million for Idah is the better deal. He's 29 in a week. Yeah, he's 29 in a week, but he give you a bunch of good years. I mean, Kyogo must be a similar age as well. What age is Kyogo? Kyogo Furuhashi. See, he's 29. So Kyogo's older than Shankland by about, what, 8 months? You know what I mean? It's amazing to me that none of the big two are looking at Mitrovic at the Dons. He's decent. Miovski, you mean? Yeah, Kyogo's 29. They're both 29. But Bojan Miovski, not Mitrovic. I got confused. I was like, who the hell's Mitrovic? But, well, I know who Mitrovic is, but he doesn't play for Aberdeen. It's Bojan Miovski, that's for sure. Right, so there's not really much other news confirming Shankland to Celtic. Yeah, but Kyogo's not in the pies. Surprised Hearts have struggled pre-season with the additions they've made. Saturday's game is an interesting one as Sevco aren't exactly brilliant either. What's the prediction on here? I'm rating 2-2. I'm surprised Hearts have struggled, to be honest. I thought they would do much better in pre-season. I mean, there's no excuse to get beat 3-0 by Fleetwood. You think 2-2? I mean, right now, yeah, I think a draw could be the fair result. It could be a similar game to Ange's first game at Tynecastle where Hearts nick it 2-1. But I think Rangers need to win. They can't afford to get off to a shite start. I don't need to explain that, but I wouldn't be surprised if they get beat late in Orient as well and they get scored by Spurs. You didn't sign Kyogo when he was 29, though. You didn't, but is what it is. Hope Rangers get Hannibal. New Celtic would get linked as well. Pre-season games are shite. Hearts 2-1, says JJ Celtic. Right, so 24 votes, 54% for 7.5 Idah, while 48% for Shankland. Everybody. But yeah, I mean, the new season, dreading this season, the Hibs squad is pish. I can see why you think that, Stevie, but we've got our Scottish Championship predictions coming later on today. Tough league, the Championship. Literally 10 teams could win it. Well, not 10 teams could. Well, 10 teams could win it, but only one can win it. Yeah, I put Hibs 8th in my predictions. I don't think they'll get top 6. I don't rate Davy Gray, and I think that's probably as good as it's going to get. 5th or 6th? Yeah, they could get top 6, but they're not going to break into... I think 6th's the best they do. I can't see them beating... But then that's why I think bottom 6, because I can't see them beating Hearts. They can't beat... I don't see them beating Aberdeen. Don't see them beating Kelly. St Mirren, I mean, I guess they could. Maybe Europe can hit St Mirren right in the confidence, but I don't know. Does anybody know who would buy Steele? Hart, do you go for it? Rangers are so weak at the back. Yes. Rangers are so weak at the back right now. Here, Robin Proper looks like a good signing if they can get it over the line, but you know, you're throwing him into his first game. No overjoyed with Gray's appointment. Nah, I don't think so. Robinson was my first choice. Desperate for him, wanting us to get him for 2 to 3 years. Well, maybe when Davy Gray gets sacked in October, that's when they'll bring in Stephen Robinson. Dundee are better than Hibs. Simon Murray's a decent signing for them. Celtic need a striker, as in an injury to Hugo could end Celtic's season. Yeah, but I mean, Celtic are linked with signing strikers. It's not... You could argue Kyogo getting injured for a month right now could be beneficial for Celtic because it might actually force them to go out and sign 2 strikers rather than... Because they might just sign 1. But you don't really want an injury to happen that way. But you've seen what's happened with the goalkeeping position because it's been Scott Bain or bust. They've went out and signed 2. But is what it is, right? 52 viewers here. 6 likes. Hit the like button. Hibs just go for the cheap manager option, then wonder why it constantly goes tits up. Decent manager usually means decent team. Yes, it was... Davy Gray was as cheap as it comes, just sitting there. Dundee are better than Hibs. Simon Murray's a decent signing for them. It's family live in Dundee, so is that why he chose them then? Yeah, I think Simon Murray is a good signing. Dundee are better than Hibs. Based off last season, yeah. Celtic will never pay 7.5 million for a day. Plus, he hasn't properly proved his scoring consistently in Europe, and that's what the fans crave nowadays. Yeah, but for 7.5 million, man, you're going to get a guy that's proved he can score in Europe consistently. We're not talking about Alfredo Morelos. That guy could score in Europe consistently, despite many pies he was eating. Johnston, Montgomery, Maloney, absolutely useless. Yep. Stevie, where your new cool getting the money are you spending beyond your means? Look what happened last time. And you still, that's brilliant, isn't it? Nah, I think we'll be all right. Don't worry about it. The day isn't that great. I don't think he is, but good selling value. Ticks a lot of boxes. As a Rangers man, do you think Clement is a weak manager by keeping the door open to Cantwell after asking to leave and doing fuck all for the club? I think he's got to keep the door open, because if he closes the door completely and we don't get rid of Cantwell, it's just a guy taking up wages. And as pish as I think he is, sometimes on his day can be good. And I think it makes sense to use him if you can't sell. There's no point completely closing the door on him while he could stay. If Aberdeen keep Miovski, they could be a dark horse. Will they, though? Scored a hat-trick last week versus someone, did Murray. I think it was fucking, I can't even remember. Dundee. Follow Hibs, JJ. Let's see. Smash the like, Mongos. Patter's great on here, no matter who you support. Celtic sign a diehard Rangers fan. No luck, Hibs are pants. New sheep manager's got that score guy scoring. No, Soclair. I don't rate Soclair. Tim's have 100 million and it's not there, says Tam. That's gonna unleash a riot in the chat. But 35 votes, so Shankland is actually beginning to beat Idah 51% to 49%. I'm not really surprised. Right, we're going to go to the half an hour mark, so 13 and a half minutes, everybody. Right, so we'll look at a bit more transfer news. Obviously, Idah's went AWOL. Cal McGregor says he's going to pay no attention to Rangers and they're just going to do what they do normally. And that's the correct way to go about it. You know, Cyril Desser's coming out and saying, we can definitely win the league. Just shut up, win the league, right? You know what? Just shut up. And if you win the league, brilliant. But at least if you don't, I mean, see my people that claim, we've bookmarked this, we've bookmarked that. Well, no wonder, because he's going to make himself look like a fud. He will never sign for Celtic. It'll be by the end of August. Celtic need to urgently replace Scales and Taylor. They're far too lightweight. See, I think Nuko will be third. Sorry. Hope they are lower. JJ. Right, you can hope they'll be lower, right? But they're going to finish. Rangers, we're going to finish second. To spoil my predictions, because I've uploaded my Scottish Premiership predictions, it's second. It's not going to be any lower than... I mean, is there more chance of it being lower than higher? You could argue that, but it's not going to be. Desser's the new TikTok. Well, someone's got to replace Todd Cantwell, don't they, in the TikTok department. But Idah, 3 votes have went to Adam Idah, and he swung back, but another vote goes to Shankland. It's a pretty close fought battle here. But Paulo Bernardo, that looks like it's going to be agreed anytime soon. I mean, pretty much refresh Twitter for that. I expect something to happen, but nothing. No update. Right, Scotland midfielder Ryan Jack, no mention where he's going, but Hannibal. So Rangers and Celtic want Hannibal. I think it's maybe just the fact that Rangers are interested. They're pretending that Celtic are interested. So 3-0 Rangers, start with the league. Yeah, maybe despite all this negativity, Rangers will be sitting top of the league come Saturday night. JJ Celtic, nothing for second. So yeah, it looks like, according to the Rangers review, it's 1.4 million. For Connor Goldson. You're a crazy fella if you think Celtic will have any chance of winning the league. Celtic have won it by February. Yeah, not going to dis. If they still have pen, they are screwed big time for goals. Nah, someone else will take the penalties and the set pieces and score the wonder goals, hopefully. Come on, Celtic, says Kyle, who says hi as well. Right, whatever news is there. So, looks like Motherwell signed with Statamatepolis for 260,000. Hibs are offering Junior Hoylett, or they're considering offering it, after the 34-year-old Canadian winger left Aberdeen. What a weird signing that was last season. And Scott McTominay could be the way to Galatasaray. But 75 viewers here. Top of the league at the end of the season, not the start. We'll have to wait and see, JJ. You never know. Maybe it'll be a miraculous in play, but I think it'll be a good game on Saturday. You know, it should promise goals with the way the pre-seasons went, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's 0-0. The only way Celtic sign Hannibal if O'Reilly is already sold. Yeah, but no team wants to meet the valuation. Please, no Hoylett. You need to score goals to win a game. That's exactly what he does. What, Lawrence Shankland? That's how we're talking about, Alan. Lawrence Shankland. But yeah, Junior Hoylett to Hibs, that would just sum up Hibs, wouldn't it? Good luck with getting second in the new season. Don't get pumped too much by Dynamo Kiev. Yeah, Dynamo Kiev play Partizan tonight, second leg. They're 6-2 up. That's who Rangers will be playing. There's no two ways about it. At the end of the day, Hannibal is awful. Can't even pretend to know enough about the guy to claim him. But I mean, United, your lone player. Oh, this last year of auto qualifying Europe, all teams need to seriously step up the coefficients. See, that's a thing that everybody in this chat can unite on. The coefficient needs to seriously step up, and it starts tomorrow. Kelly, I think they've done the coefficient proud by getting a draw against Cercle Bruges, because I do rate Cercle Bruges. As for St Mirren, they should be walking over Fallour at Paisley. There's no excuse not to win that game. And yeah, Rangers, as bad as they are, I think they should be beating Dynamo Kiev. I think a lot of people are just kind of scared because Dynamo Kiev's put 6 goals past Partizan, rather than actually looking at the context of it, but you'll probably be proved wrong. Shankland's too fat. You can have him if you got no money. Being a Jambo, in my opinion, he'll stay. Hearts will let him go for nothing. Already had the feedback many times over. Can see about 7-7 on Saturday. Celtic. Wait, hold on. The only thing I know about Hannibal's hair is shocking. Lose 8 times in Champions League this season instead of 6. If they play like they did in pre-season, they might do better. But yeah, it could be 8 times. Rangers need to get their finger out in Europe. Leave it to Celtic all the time. I know. It's all of it. Celtic got that European final 2 years ago, and what have Rangers done? Hee-haw. Sarcasm, folks. Sarcasm. But yeah, the coefficient. You know, there's more games to be played. There's more things to be won. I think Kelly will get into the group stages of the Conference League at least. And I think, well, Hearts are guaranteed, obviously, group stage. But it's good, you know, no matter what, we're guaranteed 24 games in the group stage for the nation. Well, it just depends what competitions we're going to get. Yeah, but they're inventing the new Champions League Super League format. The coefficient's terrible. There won't even be a Scottish team in it. Yeah, no, there won't be. Now, Celtic will have to qualify next year. Doesn't matter about coefficient. You've got to qualify no matter be where you're leaguing now. You don't get into group stages. You go in the qualifying rounds. Yeah, from next season. Do I think my team will be in the Champions League? Honestly, no. I've already ripped my predictions out, but I'm not going to spoil it completely. But I think even if they get past Kiev, I think the next round will be too tough. Need to be in it, though. Should get more points for a win in the Champions League. You should. If 4 teams make it into the group stage, it's a massive win. Absolutely. I think Kelly will. I can't even remember the team they'll get in the third qualifying round of the Conference League, but it's not that good. No, that for sure. 84 viewers, that's good. But right, honest team, what's the script today, mate? Celtic hijacking Lawrence Shankland deal, everybody. Is that what's going to happen? So the rumours are. Look in the mirror again, JJ. Right, Tam Sevco playing the Mickey Mouse European competition. We all know what happened last time they played Champions League. Yeah, Champions League last time was really bad for Rangers. I'd love to sit here and say it was a one-off, but I think if this team went into the Champions League, it would just be as fucking bad. But we need the money, so I'll take it. Take it. You need to prepare to get the scuddings, man, in order to get that money. But if Rangers get into the Champions League, they need to spend the money, man. They can't just sit on it. Let's see. In my opinion, if you won your league, you should get Champions League place. It's fucking cabal now. You finish 4th and you're in. Tuned it now. Same with PlayStation League over the border. Yeah. Nah, I agree, Alan. I've always said this. I think if you win your league, it's called the Champions League. It should be the champions of each nation. It should be at least the top 16 leagues. I mean, there's 36 teams in it now. There's a lot of leagues in Europe. See how much we would benefit the rest of Europe if it was the top 36 leagues in the Champions League. Yeah, would some groups be piss poor? Absolutely. You'd be getting a team for Latvia, a team for Gibraltar, and like a team face. I mean, maybe a Swiss team, and then like Man City in the same group. But that's the way it should be. That top was challenging our third kit. This is a Tommy Forsetti top, my friend. We will be in the Champions League and taking half of Celtic's money will be sweet. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Talon's in Dreamland. Chuckle. I've already read that. Looking forward to the start of the season anyway in Scotland rather than that bland corporate piss league in England. Yes, English league shite. 36 teams and 20 are from England, Spain, France and Italy. Exactly. I don't understand how France is classed as one of the big five. It's a shite league, isn't it? Remember when Celtic got beat by that pub team from Gibraltar? Yes, Lincoln Red Imps. Germany as well. I think at a push, like maybe the top 5 leagues should get 2 teams in it. Because I know all it's been, the top 4 was made such a big deal. Arsene Wenger, he always finished in the top 4. I think it should be reserved for the champions, and like I say, maybe the champions, and then whoever. I think maybe if you win the Conference League, you should go straight into the Champions League. Give the smaller teams who are in that a bigger boost, a chance of getting into the Champions League. It'll be interesting if Celtic play an Israeli team this year. Don't think it'll happen as they're an Israeli team even in the Champions League. It was Lyon for over a decade before PSG. France have always been a one-team league. Once the guard changes, the problem, it's the Champions League. It's run by the old guard chairman from England. Yeah, and they want more money. That's it. In recent times, we have played a Euro quarter-final, semi-final, and a final. Never lost in the 90 minutes. Celtic fans only dream of that. Now, Celtic aren't in the playoffs, though, Julian. They're straight in. Remember, Ari's green and white delight in Marseille before that. Dutch and Portuguese leagues are better than the French. Yeah, I think they are. Absolutely right. We've got 2.5 more minutes here. Well, I mean, maybe an Israeli team gets into the group stage, but I think an Israeli team and Celtic would be the same pot. I say the same pot. Obviously, it's a different format anyway. Do you think Shankland will go to the other mob? No, I don't think he will. Like I say, I think if you're a fan of Rangers or Celtic, you should never go to the other team. But if Shankland went, he'd win a lot of trophies. He'd finish top goal scorer of the league. He'd be competing in the Champions League. Am I really going to begrudge the guy that? Yes, because he should come to us. In recent times, you've won one league title, Tam. Celtic have won the rest. That's what counts in Scotland. And I guess Tam could say to you, Stevie, how many have Hibs won? But snookered. Black would be behind the white, right? I missed days in Scottish champions had to go through 3 qualifying rounds. Do you, Julian? Well, I mean, it's coming back next season. Well, might not be 3 qualifying rounds, but it'll be a decent couple of qualifying rounds. Alan Thompson, he's staying put here. Lose a shitload of fans if he does. Of course he would. I'm not saying he will, but for his career, would you blame him? Right, we've got a minute to go, so let's wrap this up. Any closing thoughts here? 2016 wasn't a league title, though, Did stop Rangers though, wasn't it? So maybe it was sweet as a league title. Good life, Steve. Keep it up. Oh yeah, Andy, bye. Right. Imagine being behind us in European rankings, and we know how much Tims love Europe. I hear it, Tam, but you know what? I would trade all of our European success, even though we've not won anything over the last couple of years, if it meant if we had won like 13 at the last 14 or whatever the hell it is, 12 out of 13. So it is what it is. And that's where we're going to end this live stream at half an hour. So everybody, Scottish Championship predictions tonight. Of course, the Premiership is tomorrow. If you want to see mine solo, they're on my channel. Don't be expecting much though, because everyone cares about number 1 and 2. And probably judging by this stream, you'll be able to tell which way I put it.